Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again, and I'm coming back with card 7 of 7. Hey, I've really enjoyed this in as much as it's made me broaden my horizon a bit more when looking at a certain stamp set, because we use it, we make a beautiful card. We may make 2, maybe 3, and then we put it down and we don't seem to use it then for ages. So this has really challenged me and I've enjoyed it. I must admit, Day 5 card is one of my favourites, and the one I've done today, I like it, but it's a bit different for me. It's a bit of a, I don't know, I've done it on the wrong cardstock because I'm still trying to keep in with all the colours, but I've done a watercolour scene, and I think it's just beautiful, and I like the paleness of the trees. I didn't want it too brash and in your face. So I've used watercolour card, I've used my brush watercolour pen, I've also used, what they called, my sponge daubers to get the colours and add in some texture. So I thought this little bow, my twine is so thick, but if you pull it apart, let me cut the length I want. Say, let's give it a self, because we can always, we're not really wasting much, so say about that long. I can pop them back in my collection now. There we go. And then if you untwist, you get 3 lots. Well, you actually get 6, but I'm going to put one in my mouth just while I pull the ends down, because it does take a little bit of coaxing. But you can pull them strands apart now. Now there's a will, there's a way. And you can then add them back together and tie yourself that gorgeous little fluffy bow. Because I was thinking, every time I tied a bow with it as it was, it would untie itself because it was so thick. So let me show you, get the ends all together. And there's me cutting all those pieces of the baker's, the linen thread before, and I could have just pulled these apart so much easier and faster. So make my loops and pull them apart, and it's a lot easier this way than doing it on the bow maker as well. Oh, I got a nice big bow on this one. But you can pull each individual strand as well. So let's pull that back out. So if I say separated that loop, if I thought what was too big, and I can just pull the first one, make it smaller, the second one a little bit bigger, and leave the other one big. You've got 3 sizes of your bow as well, so you can really open it right out. Or you can just basically pull them all at the same time and keep them all the same length. It's up to you. So I'm just going to tidy that back up. And there you get that beautiful, lovely bow just from that beautiful baker's twine. It was a bit long on the tails, but I don't mind. Grab my scissors and take them down to size. But isn't that cute? Isn't that lovely? So that's going to go ready now for my next bow. And I'm going to show you how we watercoloured and sponged this card now. It's just so cute. And I did say I was going to use the tree ring that I had left from yesterday's project. So what I've done, I just popped it inside. This card is pale enough to write a message. You could even stamp something in there as well. It's entirely up to you. But we've made use of that last tree ring before we popped it all together. I think it's really cute. So my card pieces are my grapefruit grove, my tree ring from yesterday, and if I'm careful enough, I might be able to cut that, just trim that off. Trim that off. Well, I'll cut the tree ring out after. I'm not wasting nothing. And I'm not tight, I promise. But these little bits of Whisper White come in handy for sentiments, as you've seen me use throughout this. Look, I pop them in my little pot now, and I've got little tiny sentiments there. So you're utilising everything you've got. My big, so that will be cut out later, and so we've done the bow already. I'm using Grapefruit Grove. Like I say, I've tried to keep every one of them cards, and I'll show all 7 cards again right at the end. Oops, and then you can have a little vote and see which one you like the best. There we go. Pick my pokey tool up, or I lose it. I've got basic black, which is 3 7/8 by 5/8, and then the watercolour card is 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. Nice little black border all the way around. They're going to get layered on there later. Perfect. And our tree ring will go inside. So let's get carrying on with this. I've got some scrappy papers. Yes, I've got trees all over them, but it's just ready to go in the bin later. So I never throw my pieces away. If they get dirty one side, I turn them over and use the other side. So I'll show you what I did. I just got my watercolour brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. And just soaked the paper, basically. You know what, I'm soaking it, but I'm dampening it all over. That bit there. Just want to make sure I've got water. Add another drop if you need. There's still a bit of tinge of green in this, which I don't mind, because we're going to do that actually in a minute. I mean, you can, it will buckle, always does, but under this light, it dries pretty quick. I'm making sure I've got water everywhere. There we go. We're going to be using that again in a moment. So I'm fetching in my sponge daubers. And believe it or not, for the sky, I just pulled one of these out. Anything with a blue top. To just basically, and the water helps. And I'm not even dunking it in ink, because I just leave the colour. Oops, oh my gosh, don't worry about that. I can soon sort that out with a bit more water. Even with my aqua brush now, I can smudge those colours around. Just add a bit more blue, which is going to be for my sky. If you get any little bits, just gently wipe them off, because it's just the paper. Oh, look at me trying to put the lid on the dauber. Bless. There's a tiny little bit of Pacific Point as well, so I'm just adding streaks across the sky, because the sky is not all one colour. You get shades of blue. Whoops. Then I've got my, oh, where did I put it? I'm losing myself. There it is. I dunked this yesterday in, not yesterday, the other day, Tranquil Tide. So I'm just getting a bit of green on there. You can always add a bit more colour, a bit more water, should I say. And I'll just get it going. So your daubers work really well as well with your brushes, your watercolouring. Just smoosh it along and blend. Or the other thing you can do is grab your ink, squishy, which we're going to need anyway in a moment. Add a couple of drops in there as well. And then come in this way. You know, if you want to I think the daubers are just a little bit quicker. Blend that sky and the ground in together. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. So I'm just going to grab a cloth. Do you know, our tap is still broken upstairs. I'm going to wait for a new set of taps to arrive. So you should see us in the morning legging it downstairs so you can get to the sink first for a wash. Brush your teeth. So I've cleaned off my cloth. So I'm just going to pop the lid on that. But I love that. And this is nearly dry, believe it or not. Because the water's absorbed, I know my hands are mucky, but the water is absorbed into the paper so quickly, and I didn't add too much. Excuse me. You can always get your bone folder and curl it back the other way. On the right side would help, you know, it's going to go flat once you attach it to your card anyway. So let's pop them to one side. I'm going to fetch that lovely tree in. Just give it a good ink in. So this one I wanted full strength. And the thing is, when I first did that card, I had to turn it over and start again because my tree was on the wonk. Anyone think it was a windy day? So, it just doesn't help when I've put it on wonky. Excuse me. I'm just keeping this one just down here in this corner. Just going to leave that rest on there for about 5-10 seconds, just so the ink absorbs. Look, and it's just beautiful coloured. It's just perfect. It's like it's been watercoloured on there for me. So I can get rid of this ink. Clean my stamps, and I've cleaned my cloths in between as well. You saw how dirty they were yesterday. Oh, this one is really manking, so I took it downstairs and sprayed it with my bleach, Domestos spray with bleach, and left it 10 minutes in the sink just so the water ran clear as well after I rinsed it out. And there we go. I know my card still looks like it's curling, but don't you worry about that. And now for those lovely trees. I stamped off, as you can see, because they were just like, I wanted it to look in the distance quite way back. So I'm just checking. It's quite pale for some reason. I don't know why. Perhaps maybe this one's inking up. So I want them pretty high. Oh, it's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm just going up a touch on this one. Perfect. That's lovely. Really, really pretty. Oh, and do you know what I've forgotten? My little sponge dauber with a bit of yellow on, but I'm not going to bother now with that. Just giving my stamps a clean. Love that. And I'm going to use, I've used, believe it or not, on the sentiment, Rich Raspberry. Just add a bit more colour in. And this is dry now, really dry, so I can flatten my card out any. A little better. That is so sweet. You can use any colour on this. You could use black, you could use the green as well, but I wanted to add something a little bit more. Thank you. Yeah, I did it upside down as well on the other one. That's why I had to turn around as well. I've done all my picture. Look nice. Stamped my sentiment just to find out that I'd done it upside down. Clever sausage. So I'm going to try and keep this as straight as possible. And it's on the wonk. No need to worry, because I'm going to come in and stamp over. So no two cards are ever the same. Get rid of that now. My sentiment. Trust me to do it on the wonk. The card looks a bit warped up down there from the water. Better, a lot better. Yay! Got my cloth away. I mean, no two cards, like I'm saying, are ever the same. And I'm sure, I wish that wasn't on the wonk, but I can cover that up now. Give that 2 seconds, because sometimes I've smudged this, believe it or not, before now. So I'm going to just snip that off. See, they come in handy, these little pieces. You know, you can't go wrong. I'm even going to add dimensionals on that now. Whoops. Knocking things over. Just going for some of these mini ones. I hope you've all enjoyed these little bonus cards of a tea time for the past week. Perfect. Oops, I'm knocking myself. So I'm going to, whilst the scissors are out as well, I'm going to fussy cut my tree ring, which is so adorable. I love that little notch that's in there. Just gives it character. Joe, this is the easiest thing I've ever fussy cut out in my life. And I can see why they didn't give you a die for this. So that can go into our bin. I'm gonna use some tear tape on the back of this, because I know it's strong enough to stay down and it's strong enough to keep that watercolour card, and I know I can take it all the way up to the edge. You don't want glue oozing out the sides on this, and it'll help to strengthen. So if I get my block, I can take that right to the end. Perfect. And the last strip, and I'm going to rub my bone folder over it, but this is helping to adhere that down as well. You get a perfect straight edge, and I've literally taken it right to the edge, so I know the corners aren't going to peel up. Bone folder at the ready, adhere that tape underneath down, so when you pull the backings off the glue it's stuck to the board. I don't know what that bit of fluff is off. You're not going to see it. Perfect mail card again. If you didn't have the, mind you, it wouldn't bother me giving my card with Grapefruit Grove to a gentleman as well. I'm just going to make sure that's glued down perfectly. And there, that's, I was going to say that's on the wonk. It still is on the wonk. I just haven't covered it up. I was forgetting myself. I wanted to put this on last because I've rummaged it round on the back, giving it a good rub. I didn't want to squash the dimensionals. Another perfect mail card. I can just see I haven't cut that straight. Right there, look, see it? That's a lot better. A lot better. That is absolutely fabulous. So thank you for all you do. Loving it. I'm going to grab some glue and my card base. And it's a nice good thick card, so it's nothing flimsy or one-dimensional. Just adding touches in the corners. I want them to start drying first. They go a little bit tacky because this glue goes off pretty quick. And I've had a dispatch note saying my other glue is on its way and I should have it any time soon. Yay! So now I just need to attach this to my card. Just come up slightly. There we go, it's perfect. Lovely. And I'm going to glue my little tree ring on the inside so it doesn't add anything to the bulk, so posting would be fine. And I'm going to dot my beautiful ribbon. And if I don't worry about the glue underneath, it will dry clear. Down. That is so cute. Oops, I didn't want to open then. I'm just going to pop that inside. That is not coming out of there. Thankful. So they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love that ribbon. So I've got, I think I'm on to my last 4 black rhinestones, so 1, 2, oh, 5. So I'm just going to bob 3 of them just down here in this corner. And there they are. Perfect. Just perfect. That once all that glue dries, once all the it'll all settle down and stay flat. So there is card number 1 with me stamping on here, and there's card number 2. I like card number 2 better, I think. What do you reckon? I think it's wonderful. I love it. Bit of watercolour in, little tree ring going on. Got my little tails pointing the right way. Another tree ring. So I'm going to pop that to one side because that's the one I've done. So I'm going to bring in all the cards. So we had this card on Monday, on the Thursday. We had card number 2. card number 3, card 4, card 5, card 6 and card 7. What do you reckon? Are you enjoying all them? Do you think we've done okay? And there's card 7. So 7 totally different cards from one beautiful stamp set and bundle. I hope you really liked what I've done with the cards and how I've done them, and I hope you'll give a couple of them a go. I'd like to see your comments in the comments below to tell me which one you liked the best, or if you enjoyed them all, or you know, do you think I could have improved on any of them? Because we all need a little bit of oh, what do they call it? Oh my gosh, my head's gone blank. A bit of, I can't remember what the words are. But, just give them all a go. Add elements. You've got these lovely little butterflies. If you've got them, your trinkets, your little elements, your bows, your pegs, they just set things off and add texture as well. So, well, there's all those 7 cards. Thank you, Mandy, for the challenge. You're an angel. I think I'm going to challenge you next. But yeah, I'm loving these. So thanks for watching, and please don't forget to press subscribe, and I will still see everyone at the appropriate time at night to have my premiere, so we can all chat together at the same time. And I'm going to live, this is my favourite so far, but I'm going to love and leave you all now, and I will see you tonight. Love you all. Bye.